Hello and welcome to Cady's Corner. Today we're going to talk about different ways you can encourage children to get outside. I don't know about you, I work with many different types of children. Some kids love to be outside, they want to be outside all day, and some kids need some encouragement to get out of the house. Studies show that children need 45 minutes of outdoor time a day, and that really helps them to be happier, healthier, and especially now when the weather is nice, we would like for kids to have more time outside. It's great for their development. Even unstructured playtime outside is great for their development, although that can be uncomfortable because you might hear them continually tell you that they're bored. Here are some ways. I made a list of ways that I encourage children to go outdoors. Sometimes they want to fight about it, but I never really do. So you can always find a different way to get a kid outside. My first and my number one suggestion is adventure walks. It is great because you can suggest an adventure walk and there's no real purpose. It sounds fun and you can structure it however you like. So a lot of times what we will do is we will walk around with either a bag or a bucket and just kind of see what's going on in the neighborhood. We found amazing things before. Ants cleaning out the center of a tree. They would just come out and drop pieces of wood shaving off the side. We watched it for like 30 minutes. We collected leaves. We found a rose bush that wasn't in anybody's yard, so we could each take a little rose. And then the kids came back and wanted to make a potion. Adventure walks sometimes turn into looks at houses that we are near, and we walk around and we talk about which houses we'd like to live in or what we like about each individual house. So the nice part about an adventure walk is it can take on whatever form you need it to interest the child, which is so helpful. And you can have no thing you need to accomplish to be able to successfully complete the adventure walk. Two, I always suggest bubbles. Who doesn't love bubbles? I love bubbles. I would blow bubbles inside. In fact, I have some bubbles right here that I could blow for you because I love bubbles. Oh wait, no I can't. Like that. Kids love bubbles. You can set up a bubble machine. I know with COVID-19, many people don't want to blow bubbles at each other, but you could set up a bubble machine. They're pretty inexpensive. Also, if you're part of the same household, it's fine to blow bubbles, or you can do the wind technique. Water guns are great, great way to cool off. There are self-sealing water balloons that you can buy where you just attach it to the end of the hose and it just fills them all up, and when they're full, they pop right off. It's really cool. I recently played water balloons with kids, so that's on my mind. It was amazing. I was fascinated. If water guns aren't your thing because you don't do guns, I would recommend water painting, which is something that I have seen at many like children's museums and places like that. Essentially what you do is this. You get a little bucket or a bowl of water. You have a bowl probably, or a cup, and then you take paintbrushes and you dip the paintbrush into the water, and then you paint on your driveway, the sidewalk, a wall, and the water will evaporate. So this is great for art-minded children because they're able to learn about the scientific experience of evaporation, and it's really soothing and zen-like, which I highly recommend. I always think a great classic is chalk. I personally hate the feeling of chalk, but chalk is great for kids. They love it most of the time, and if they're seeming a little bored with it, introduce them to wet chalk. When you, either with a water gun or water paints, whatever you want to do, or just a bucket of water to dip the chalk in, it makes the chalk so bright and vibrant, and it really brings their colors to life. It's very cool. And I feel like wet chalk tends to last longer because it tends to be more concentrated on the sidewalk. Test it and figure it out. I also suggest a nature scavenger hunt is a great thing to do. This takes a little bit of preparation, or you could just wing it, but you could make a list of things that are in nature during the season you're in. So right now it's pretty much summer. Actually, it is summer. It's officially summer. And what you do is you go, okay, we're going to find a robin. Okay, we're going to find part of an eggshell. Okay, let's find a yellow flower. So you can make the list or you can come up with it as you go, and you want to go find it, you can document it with pictures if you want. You can take pieces of the nature walk back with you, the scavenger hunt. And then lastly, I suggested a nature journal. And this is a great way to get children who love kind of sciencey activities outside. Nature journals, it's just a blank notebook. You could even staple paper together. You don't even have to have a real notebook. And the child can go outside, look for different materials, take like a leaf, tape it down, draw it. They can, if they can't tape it down, they could glue down types of tree bark. They could take a clover out of the yard. They can measure them. So there's lots of different ways to get children who are more interested in art and science involved in outdoor play. Hopefully this will lend itself easily to the kids. It's sometimes hard, especially recently, to get kids off of electronics. As many parents and caregivers know, though, electronics sometimes make kids super whiny. Outside is great for making the kids less whiny. I hope these tips help. I hope that you find success getting little kids out of doors, or big kids, or it's really important for children and teenagers even to spend time outside, and adults as well, actually. It's shown to lower feelings of sadness and frustration and anxiety. So maybe you should go outside too and sit and enjoy it while they play. I hope this has been helpful for you guys, and thanks for coming to Cady's Corner. I'll see you next week.